So what I did was I ended up magnetizing my Ghostkeel as my first magnetization project. I actually, I thought maybe I'd regret because I didn't want to make any mistakes or mess up such an expensive, cool model. The first thing I did for this model is I did end up priming and painting a little bit of the figure that gets placed inside the little pilot here. I think you can see that pretty well, right? Yeah, so it's not the greatest paint job, but I did it pretty quickly. I fit them in there. And you got this front part with the controls on the back. I still need to paint. So I did that first so that I could put them in there. So this goes up, this comes down, kind of snaps into place a little bit. And I really didn't know where to put any of the magnets. I took some time just kind of staring at the pieces, staring at the model, seeing how it would all go together, thinking about what I wanted to magnetize, what I wanted to articulate. And I, because it's all time, right? So wanted to figure out how much time I was really willing to spend. Just going to put the legs in normally how they come together right on the base. The biggest thing I learned from this magnetization adventure was that I needed a little bit bigger magnet. So the first thing I did was a very small 1/16 of an inch by 1/16 of an inch magnet that was not going to hold this. So I very quickly cut that out, drilled a bigger hole with a little hand drill, put in the slightly larger, ditched the smaller magnet, drilled a hole, and so now he articulates across his torso. This snaps together. I get a little worried because it snaps together so strong. Sometimes I'll touch it and kind of twist it in because I don't like the snap, and they say it can break the magnets pretty easily. But now kind of neat, now he articulates along his torso. I also did magnet in there. I actually cut off the sphere at an angle, and I just eyeballed it. I mean, I don't care enough to be perfectly precise. Same thing here, you can actually see the magnet in there. I glued it in with Gorilla Glue. I wish this magnet was a little deeper, but I did do a magnet there as well because you can put different accessories, different support systems up on the top of his jetpack thing. I've got a magnet in each of the arm pieces. This is a longer magnet. Drill a little depression, stuck it in, and then I kind of kept toothpicks around it to guide it to center it. This one was reacting because I got a magnet here, I've got a magnet here, pushing apart. So you'll see that I've got a ton of Gorilla Glue around it, and I had to keep toothpicks, and I had to keep poking it, prodding it, pushing it into place right in the center there. So it ended up coming out really well though. So this is his gun arm. This is his, I don't know if it's the hollow photon countermeasures. I don't know if it's something special about the suit, but this is the Ghostkeel support. Probably the hollow photon countermeasures, I would imagine, are represented in this arm, covering his face. Gently put them in, and then he articulates. Arm articulates up and down, covering himself. And I like that this side articulates up. I was getting into the swing of things here. I actually put the drill on it to kind of turn it, twist it, so I could see where it would line up. Drilled right there. Drilled on the bottom of his arm. You can see it's still a little grody from the Gorilla Glue. After the Gorilla Glue dries, the original kind of expands a ton. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Fits in very nicely. It looks flush. I mean, it looks like it's glued, and he looks pretty badass pose there, I think. Whatever this support system is, that's pretty messy. But I'll probably clean that up at some point. These were the first things I magnetized, which was kind of a good test run. 1/16 of an inch by 1/16 of an inch little tiny magnets were not going to be enough because they are actually, in my opinion, they're barely strong enough to hold on the burst cannons, which they do. I left them in. So now I have a, partially articulatable, I don't know what the right word is, Ghostkeel, magnetized. I can take him apart, I can turn him, I can switch out his weapons. So there you have it, magnetized Ghostkeel. I also magnetized parts of my Commander, not nearly as many parts, and I am planning to magnetize my Riptide, which I have not built yet, but I can post video on that as I do it as well. All right, cool. Thanks for watching.